So we're gonna be talking about the very new build that recently came out, coined by me, but it's the 7-minute Rabadon's tech.
7 minutes?
Yeah, 7-minute Rabadon's tech, and then you also get your Everfrost at 10 minutes.
Wait, Rabadon's first?
Yeah, and then you also build.
Are you a madman?
Yeah, Rabadon's first, and then you build your mythic item at 10 minutes, and then you get boots at the next minute as well.
I'm gonna have to see it before I believe it.
No, I'm just messing with you. It's not a real
Okay,
tech.
alright. I was about to say.
Do you have a specific game in mind that you'd like to go over?
I think we should do my last game that I played on my main.
Alright, so we got Ahri Akali, we got Kayn versus this bug, and then Garen versus Rengar. Let's look at actually summoner spells as well. So if you look, we got Garen has Ignite and you have Ignite. So generally, if you guys do fight for topside and you have priority, you should be able to win the fight for the most part. Mainly because, as you can see, you have Ignite pressure in, compared to like teleport pressure. It also just depends. Like if Garen gets chunked out, then you guys can't play for topside, right? Because for the most part, like in this matchup, like against Akali, she's running Ignite. And then her secondary is probably the Resolve tree. You can go for an early kill, and it's like pretty volatile. But you can generally have like a pretty good matchup against Akali if she's not running teleport.
What
You
if
just gotta watch
she's-
out for.
What if she's running teleport?
If she's running teleport, then the chance to kill her is like a lot smaller because she can take recalls while you can't. But if she's running Ignite, then you guys are going to be a little bit more volatile and looking for kills. The main thing you have to watch out for Akali is, especially when she like uses W or like gets near you, you don't want to get hit by her E, because once she gets on top of you with E, that's like a big portion of her damage as well. Also against Akali, like even though she is a melee champion, it's kind of hard to start W.
Yeah, I stopped starting W against her. I just take Q for wave control.
So what's the goal for the minion wave here, do you know?
I was planning on just last hitting and getting level 2 first, then zoning her off the wave and building it up to 3 waves and then crashing it so I could go up.
So when you crash 3 waves, there are a couple of options you have. One of the options being obviously cheater recall, because you know Akali doesn't have good wave clear. The other thing you have to consider is that Akali doesn't have much gank pressure, and like same with Kha'Zix if you're not low. So they can't really like come in and gank you for the most part. And as you can see right here, Rengar is already in lane. You look at the minimap. So most likely starting here, and then he's gonna rotate to top side. And so when you clear 3 camps and crash it, you're not gonna be level 4 yet. And the problem with that is that because you're not level 4, by the time the 4th wave arrives, when you crash the 3rd wave, so this is the 3rd wave now, 3rd wave is that tower. So what happens here is that your 4th wave is now arriving. So your 4th wave is now going to arrive, and it's going to crash somewhere between this area, okay? Somewhere between this area. And his 4th wave is also going to arrive somewhere between this area. The reason this is an issue is because if Kha'Zix decides to gank now, and let's say you're low, you actually have to back off pressure. And while Akali can farm this 4th wave safely, you're not going to be able to hit level 4. So you hit level 4 after the 5th minion. Generally, you're going to want them to like thin out the wave the same pace that you do. And so you just play the first wave normally. So first wave is like neutral. I need to stop saying generally. Fuck. I just woke up and it's just like the only thing I can think of. Okay, so the first wave is going to be neutral. The second wave is going to be a slow push. Third wave is also a slow push. So you're just kind of moving the steps up by 1 wave, right? So just think of this as like doesn't exist, right? And then basically your thought process was crash 3 waves, right?
Yeah.
So then if that's your thought process, then you're just going to shift it down to the 4th wave and start on the 2nd wave. You're going to slow push the 2nd wave. You're going to slow push the 3rd wave and then hard crash the 4th wave. Oh my god, I can't spell. Yeah, so this is what you're gonna be thinking of doing. So instead of doing all of this from the first step, because what's gonna happen is if you move it up one step, right, this is what's gonna happen. And then by the fourth wave, you can't crash. You're just gonna have to wait. So then this gives Akali the advantage to walk up and play for Scuttle, right? Because if the wave is right here, it's gonna be hard to CS. So during this time, before 3:15, right? So if it's like 2:45 to roughly 3:10, this is when Kha'Zix can gank you from the top side jungle, because we established that he started here. Overall, you want to be playing on the top side of your lane, just like this, until this time. At that point, he can gank from this side. So this is just like general early game stuff. That was like a lot of things to just kind of like digest. But basically, don't do anything first wave, right? Just neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Second wave is slow push. Third wave, slow push. Fourth wave is crash.
And what time would that crash at if you do it in that order?
If you do it in this order, crashes at 3:15. 3:10 to 3:15.
But what if Kha'Zix ganks me before then?
If you're full HP, there's no reason for him to gank. If you're full HP, right? Like if he sees you like this.
If I'm pushed up that far.
Yeah. If you have a giant minion wave like this and your Akali just starts walking up, then yeah, it's possible that he just like comes in, right? But overall, you should be able to get this under turret much faster than Akali can. And if that's the case, you should be able to help your jungler, because Akali's gonna be stuck farming this wave. So that's the plan. Another way this works is like when they push to you, so you let the two waves push. So basically I just last hit. A lot of the times this is what I like to do is I don't get any pressure in the lane and I just let them push and I just last hit. By the third wave, it's gonna be here and it's already slow pushing because my tower is hitting these minions. And then by the fourth wave, I just crash it anyways. That's like easier method. But if you do want pressure, you can just like, you know, last hit and then pressure her at the same time.
How do you know when you want pressure?
Pressure, like, if the jungler can't gank, right, it's like a Kha'Zix. He can potentially gank, but it's not likely. Other champions such as, like, Master Yi or Shyvana, right, Evelynn, they're full clear junglers. As long as you're not, like, below a certain threshold, you should be relatively fine to trade. And depending on the champion, too. If Akali ran teleport, right, you're less likely to win the trade, because she can recall at any time. But because she is running Ignite, the lane will be more volatile, and potentially you can get a kill out of trading against her.
So if she ran teleport, how would I want to play those first four waves?
If she ran teleport, what I would do is, I'm not going to kill Akali, right? So I wouldn't want to waste resources on like trading with her, right? So this is not really an option that I would take. And the thing that I mentioned before is let her push. I like to stand here. A lot of the times when you watch my VODs, you'll see me stand behind these pillars, first wave.
I've been doing that too.
Yeah, this is to basically like trick them into thinking like, oh, they're not in lane, I need to shove. And when they do that, it basically just starts a slow push and they can't stop it. And so by the second wave it crashes, third wave comes here, and then you just crash the fourth wave. But the most important thing that I would take away from this situation, if you guys don't understand what's going on, is look at the jungler and look at your laner. Kha'Zix doesn't have anything to gank besides with E to gap close and W to slow. Akali has Q, and that's about it. And then maybe E to gap close as well. Generally, they're not gonna... Oh my god, no. I keep saying generally. For the most part, these champions are not gonna be able to gank you as long as you're not below too much HP.
If Chase ends up editing this, we should have a counter for how many times you say generally.
God damn it. Alright, so what's gonna happen is 3:15 is the most important timer because this is Scuttle Crab spawn timer. And if you're playing in lower elo, what's gonna happen for the most part is your jungler is gonna start bot side, enemy jungler is gonna start bot side, and they're gonna pad like. This isn't every game, but this does happen quite a lot because junglers do like to get leashed from the bot side. Alright, so paying
sometimes
attention.
Depending on the jungler though, they'll go for the non-contested scuttle.
Yep, so junglers like Ivern, Karthus will take the uncontested scuttle because they need to start like a specific path. Right, Karthus needs to start blue, or Ivern doesn't want to, you know, fight for a crab because he can. For the most part, like if your jungler is like a meta jungler, this is what's gonna occur. Bot side to top side, and at 315 they're gonna fight for scuttle. So yeah, if it's bot side to top side, you want to play this side first, and then later on you want to play on this side. So if you split the lane in half, why are you laughing? So if you split the lane in half,
take his marker away. Somebody take it away.
So if you split the lane in half, right, you can play on either this side or you can play on this side. There you go, Cal. Are you happy?
Yeah.
All right, let's see how this goes. So if you are going for a slow push, this is pretty good. Pretty good start so far. But you'll see why this is going to become an issue. All right, so if you pressure her too much like this, she's not going to be able to clear the waves. And you can already see the wave is building like quite big. Kha'Zix started bot side, so you don't want to be playing more towards this way. Because what if she all-ins you? Yeah, level 2. And she just takes down like your HP to here, and then Kha'Zix just comes in and like maybe gets like a good Q, and then she ignites you. This is very dangerous position for you to be in because it's not the optimal pathing to come and gank mid, but it's possible. Alright, so this is the third wave, right? So this is the wave you want to crash, is what you said.
Yes.
We look at
because
this.
I noticed right now it's getting close to, well, I actually noticed it in like 10 seconds, getting close to 3 minutes, so I wanted to make sure that this wave stayed away from the tower, and then I think I crashed the 4th wave. Because
this is really
I was
good.
here, and then I was able to queue this.
But you can see, this is what you want. You don't want this to crash. If this crashes, you are in way too dangerous of territory to be ganked. But because this is outside of the turret range, you can still relatively stay safe and play on bottom side because Kha'Zix will be here. Alright, so this overall, this like game plan is good as long as this doesn't crash. Luckily, this didn't crash already.
Now I notice, and I'm like, I need to shove this.
Yep,
Because
this
I
one
see
you can
Kayn
shove.
is going up. Kha'Zix probably going to gank top because, well, it's Kha'Zix.
Yep,
I don't know
there's
why
Kha'Zix.
he's going behind to try to die.
This
but
is super good. This is really good. It's a 3v2 now. Perfect. It was actually really good timing. So early game, a lot of people don't have fast attack speed. And they only have like, you know, their basic abilities, and they'll use it first because they want their cooldowns to come up.
he's
Because
animation locked.
exactly,
For a
he's
split second.
animation locked right here. Because of that, he's gonna be here. And then as you can see, it perfectly lands. She gets first blood, and she gets double buffs. So when you throw out charms, try to time their auto attacks, right? Like, it's like a rhythm. So if you're to think about it, auto, and then it takes like this much time, let's say 1.5 seconds. And anytime between this area, you want to throw out your charm, right? So auto, I would say a little bit less. So the auto attack, it locks you to about here, all right? And then it'll take 1.5 seconds for the auto attack to reset. But this is the lockout period. So this is when you want to charm. This is the time where they can move. So you'll get used to the rhythm. You come back to lane, you missed. How many minions did you miss?
2.
2 minions?
Yeah, because there's 2 melees. Wait, are there 2 melees? Are those melees?
These are these
No,
three
I
are
didn't
melees.
miss any.
Yeah, you didn't miss any minions. This is a perfect rotation. Like, this is the best possible rotation you could ever ask for. Like, this is so good. Nah, this is really good situation for you. Why?
Because she didn't go back, and she doesn't have TP, so she can't reset.
Good. And what else? Like, what else about this situation is actually good for you?
I can freeze.
Exactly. So this right here is a freeze, as you can see, and then you have an extra minion here. She's lower on resources. You have red buff and blue buff.
Yeah.
There's no possible way she can out-trade you. So at this point, you should be locking her out and trading with her as much as possible. At this point, like, if I were to play this game, like, the lane should be, like, just completely over. Mid lane should not be able to play after this point. Also depending on, like, jungler, right? But I'm gonna do my best to make sure that Akali cannot play the game after this point. And you're doing this perfectly. You're freezing, good, right? And then she walks up. I would actually get even more aggressive, but just know that Kha'Zix is going this way. So I would play on this side, because you don't have flash, right? So
They always come
You
back
wanna-
for their doubles.
yeah, they're gonna come back for their doubles, so you want to play around your jungler. But overall, you do have the advantage. Alright, let's talk about what happened here. So you position like this because you want Akali to mirror your positioning. Which is beneficial because now Kayn is closer to game. Here, I would just wait out. Like, you got the auto attack already, so I would just wait out the Shroud.
I saw her little shadow there, so I threw out Q on top of it.
Yeah. So
I think it's delayed.
See the shimmer.
Yeah.
The shimmer isn't delayed, but your reaction is delayed because you're only seeing that specific instance of Akali. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So by the time you process that she's here, she's actually moved to here. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The reason why I would like wait on your Q is because you're gonna land the charm no matter what, right? Right? Or I mean, if your goal is to land the charm to get the kill, right? Because she's too healthy, then you just want to hold your Q for the most damage, right? Because after you use your charm, what do you have left? So after your Q, yeah, you have your auto attack,
W.
right? W is on cooldown. So nothing is empowered at this point. You have no abilities empowered.
I was ready to just disengage here, but Kayn.
Yeah, so unfortunately, like, he just went in, right? Which really sucked. And then she goes for the flash E. But yeah, had you waited on the Q cooldown, Akali wouldn't have been able to like flash it and make this play because she would be way too low or dead. Alright, at this point of the game, when this cannon wave arrives around like this time, this is when people start hitting level 6. So you gotta be careful because you need to crash this wave, right? Because if you don't crash the wave, then she gets to freeze for free. And she is gonna hit level 6 soon, so this situation right here is like really bad for you because you don't have flash as well. So she could overall just kill you like again in this position. Okay, she doesn't go aggressive, which is good for you. You see Kha'Zix right here. You're looking to get level 6 as soon as possible, so you don't have to play like this. Nice, good charm.
Oh, she just kills me anyways.
Yeah. So that's like the issue that I was talking about, is like this is frozen.
How close was I to 6?
You were like maybe this wave right here. Let me double check.
Yeah, I just wanted to queue it because it had to crash.
Yeah, you're
like,
basically.
I don't care if I missed him.
You were 3 minions off. Not even, like maybe this minion and this minion. So Akali had good awareness of you being level 5 and she was level 6. So you can see right here she had ulti and E onto you. So if you were able to somehow like big brain predict that you were gonna like charm her first ulti, R1, then it would be worth the charm, but at this point, as you can see, you did it after her ulti. So right here, she ultis once, and then you charmed. But the biggest property that's important about charm is that you stop dashes. And so to live here, you wanted to stop her either second ulti or her E. So her E comes out like this. And then you could actually charm here to stop either her E or ulti coming in. Okay, so question time. Why are we slow pushing this?
Because Akali's not there and we don't know where she is.
Okay, and
we shove it when we see that she's gone to another lane.
Also, I was wondering if you knew like why this specific wave was also good to slow push.
To kill the cannon minion, so she doesn't get it.
Yep. So instead of crashing it under turret, just letting the minions kill themselves on the enemy minions is actually much faster. So when you're trying to deny cannon minions and their cannon wave, right, just letting them sit like this is pretty good. There's nothing else to do on the map. All right, so then we're gonna be looking to crash this wave. Kayn is actually coming for a gank.
Didn't see that.
All that matters is that you ignite it early. What the? Okay, I wonder if he had charm there. Might have been on cooldown.
Charm was on cooldown.
Yeah, it was on cooldown. So one thing you could have actually done is instead of backing out, because Bard actually does no damage, what you could have done was walk towards the Kha'Zix and like force him to use an escape or something. Because I'm pretty sure he jumped in, right? Oh no, your Kayn is just trolling. Okay, you didn't even jump in, never mind. That didn't make any sense to me because I was like, there's no way Kayn gets low without him jumping in, right? And then, okay. Okay, never mind.
You didn't see that?
Oh. There's actually a bunch of options you have here. So there's 3 things going on at once, right? You have the mid wave, which is what you chose.
It was a lot. Top's getting pushed in. And
Yeah, so you have this mid wave, which is what you chose. So what you're doing,
actually, I remember exactly. I got 3 plates and 3 waves out of this.
This is good because this is guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
Your team right here is not in any danger. They're not in any danger to like keep fighting. Oh my god, no way. No! Triumph, no!
I think I stopped my back here, actually. Because I looked at the wave and I'm like, this isn't a cannon wave, and they're coming, so
Good.
I collapsed on them. Sometimes I start my back and then I look at what wave's coming in.
That was a really fast, like, just flash. Oh, that's good. You got him. Alright, at this point, you're actually extremely fed. You have 5k gold compared to everyone else. You're up 1,000. And Akali's also the most fed on their team. And you have 1,000 more gold. Yeah. The CS lead is huge because she went for that roam, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're too nice, Cal.
What?
I would have never done that.
What?
Freeze the wave for your ADC like that.
I gotta get the brownie points.
That was half your HP.
I don't give a fuck. I can get passive.
What if Kha'Zix was right here?
I don't give a fuck. If your teammates like you, they're more likely to play better.
Oh.
A nice gesture is worth more than 1,000 words.
I think a shutdown is worth more.
Shut up. It was a nice thing to do.
That could just lead to like you dying here, which snowballs like.
But that could save me. It could save me later.
How could that save you later?
Because she could have gotten pissed off later and just left the game. Who knows? But now she's like, oh, that was, she didn't have to do that. That was really nice.
If you just left the lane, she'll be like, oh, no, I got the lane.
I'm gonna make more of an effort to win this game because this Ahri deserves to win.
No. Oh my god, Teddy, is that you?
We're not gonna talk about that. Nobody saw that.
So let's go back 5 seconds.
No, nobody saw that. That didn't exist.
Ooh.
Wait. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. Should that have hit? Because it looked like.
No.
Was that like a? Look at that again. Look at that again.
Do you want to look at this again?
Yes. Look at it again.
Right. So I'll tell you why I missed.
It might have been the terrain. Look, because look at the hitbox. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him right there. Oh, he walked forward. Okay, actually, you can zoom out now. You can zoom out now.
This is for
press play. Press play. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's just a knock-up thing.
Oh, I give a big old middle finger to this guy.
Oh, they
charms for fun. No gen ult for you.
All right, for effectiveness, like we don't do that, but for fun,
hey,
that's fine.
Hey, but I stopped the ult.
What does that? What does that do?
It makes him mad.
Cal, no. I mean, yes, but what are these tactics? Actual effectiveness, maybe there is some sort of like mental warfare that you can't really like.
Emotional manipulation. And then this guy, I don't know what this guy was doing. Man. He's got marbles for brains or something. Like I was bot. I got a wave bot and I was coming up, but like holy shit.
So because you were bot, like the fight broke out. I mean, it wasn't because you were bot. Yeah, Kane engaged, and because you were bot, right? Like it was really bad for you. Why are you bot lane currently?
Wave.
There was a wave, right?
Yeah.
What if enemy wanted to fight Baron?
I did think that. I was like, why am I walking bot? But then I said, when I was right there exactly, I was like, I'm already down here. So I may as well take this wave so this slow pushes and then go up. Mm-hmm. Since there's still an outer tower.
If you have TP, yeah, this is perfectly fine. Then you can get like this pressure, and you can get all the waves, you can get this tower. Very good for you. If you have Ignite, you have to like also consider that because you have Ignite, it's very difficult to like, especially in your elo too, is like, if you don't play on the side of the objective, like, you're gonna be missing out fights.
Yeah.
So this was definitely Kane's fault. I'm not saying like this was your fault at all for being bot,
It's just things I could have done differently.
Yeah,
It's not like it's super detrimental, but it's good to know.
Like something like that is like not okay.
I don't want to say that again.
And then you walk up, right? But this is something you can change, which is right here. So you like come up.
Not throw any abilities when Akali's in Shroud.
Yeah, so like when you ulti and then Everfrost.
I always over-determine the range of Charm and Everfrost. I don't know why.
Yeah, for her to like actually walk into this tiny part is not possible, but like yeah, that's just like determining your Everfrost range.
Yeah. I do that way too much.
And then here as well, like we don't need to be throwing out Charm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because you ultied like earlier, you're kind of forced on the 10-second window. So
yeah.
This basically makes for like very bad positioning for you. And if you're going against champions like Kha'Zix, Bard, Rengar, Akali that all have gap close, you don't want to play anywhere near them, like at all. As you can see, this positioning right here, this right here, you see how you're playing in front of your team? This should never happen if you have no flash and no, unless you're like really close to killing someone. So that's just something to keep in mind. And this obviously, like, you didn't see them, right? Like, you were just focusing
I didn't
on
see
them.
Rengar,
Yeah, I'm guessing you were just, like, seeing this. And then you didn't see him right here. Which is fine. It's, like, it's okay. Just the biggest thing is, like, knowing that when you have no cooldowns, no, like, escape abilities, you know how people say, like, without ulti, Ahri just feels like shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because people don't position. So
Look at that. Look at that animation, though. Look at that freeze frame. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Look at her finger. It's so long.
What is her finger? What the fuck
Her
is that?
finger is just like...
Is that a French fry? What is that?
Ooh.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh my god, beautiful.
It felt so good.
Oh, that was really good right here. Right, so you kill them all right here. You get the charm. And then you got the ulti W off and then Everfrost.
Yeah,
all at once.
The second Q proc hit, since I ulted right after I threw Q, I ulted behind them, so the Q proc hit Bard and Kha'Zix and killed him.
Why did we ulti back?
To peel Garen, but I don't trust the Kayn. I don't want to fuck with him at all. Like,
but Kayn also landed a W for you to get that engaged too.
Alright, that's the only good thing he's done.
That's true, but like...
Have you not seen him walk in on this Jhin? Only the Jhin. And like, not saying that's wrong. Like, that's okay. But he can't one-shot him. Is he... Wait, is he blue Kayn? No, he's red Kayn. He's playing like blue Kayn, but he's red Kayn.
Right, if you were here with him, instead, you do get the kill on Jhin, if you, like, because you ulti back. But the Q misses, and now you're in a bad spot. And you actually flash to get in range to W him. You could have actually probably saved flash if you were to engage on the Jhin instead. But overall, like, this team fight went really well because of this. The one thing that I would consider is, like, instead of just building full AP, is, like, maybe consider building, like, a little bit more ability haste. Yeah, the thing with, it's two different playstyles with cooldown reduction and, like, AP. Because with AP, you basically have to be a bit more careful about how you use your abilities. With ability haste, you still gotta think, but you can basically spam your abilities pretty quickly. So this game, I think it's perfectly fine to run what you ran. But like, let's say you had carries on your team, like your AD carry was carrying and your jungle was carrying, then yes, you can consider going ability haste instead. Oh no.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have enough for charm because I used W.
Aww.
And then he just jumps on me.
What?
He flashed. Wait, did she have ult? Oh my god, she had ult and she didn't use it on me.
She also had E.
Oh my god.
She missed a point and click.
And you know why? Because I froze that wave.
Alright, that concludes the rest of our session. Alright, so let's see here. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Cosmic Splash does very good. Ooh, nice kill. At this point, they have 4 dragons. The only way you can win this game... Okay, it's actually winnable.
Stealing Elder.
Yeah, you steal Elder and then you just like ace.
But Garen went way too ham on this.
Yeah, your Garen is kind of going rogue.
I was like, dude, this is too far.
Aww.
And I got her, but then...
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh my god.
What is that?
What
That's
is
a lot of tails. Golden mode.
This isn't even
Dragon
golden
pose.
mode. This is Ultra Instinct. Ahri thumbnail, hello?
What the heck?
Ultra Instinct Ahri, and you just dodge Jin Bullet right here. Yeah, that's just really unfortunate. You followed up on your teammate. Yeah, I see what you mean. This wasn't entirely like there isn't much you could have done.
They just played better as a team.
Yeah, basically. Overall, I think you just keep playing the way you're playing. Besides the fact like ulting in too early.
Yeah.
I would hold off on your ultis unless it's like absolutely necessary. Because there's a lot of times where you ulti and then like you're like, oh, I didn't want to engage that because I missed, and then like you're useless for the fight. So try to like kind of see if it's absolutely necessary to ulti or if you can wait it out a little bit, especially if you're going full AP. Because if you're going cooldown reduction, like ability haste, you can like kind of just spam abilities. You can ulti and then just ulti out and you'll be fine. But yeah, like I said, with just full AP build, you don't really have that option.
Usually when I ulti engage, I'll charm first and then Everfrost, but I probably want to do that the opposite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's that's game, huh?
Yeah.
They just get Elder, kill, and then GG.
It was a good try.
Alright. Do you want to do a live game or anything? Or
Yeah, sure.
I'm down. How much time you got?